Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon, well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk could not hope to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
Agandaur. As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost. Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon. My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, Aragorn.
Shh. Here in Bree, there is no Aragorn. Only Strider the Ranger.
All right, Strider it is. So, what are you gonna do now?
I will continue the search for the hobbit I spoke of. I've already scoured the road between here and the Shire, but found no trace of him. I fear he may have left the road, perhaps to escape pursuit. My hope now is that he will make his way here to Bree, the only safe haven for many miles. But if he does not appear soon, I will take to the road again in search of him. Should the enemy at Fornost join in the hunt, well, you understand just how grim our chances will become. I need you to prevent that. Go to Fornost. Take the fight to them.
We will do all we can. Farewell.
This is Fornost, yet I see no sign of the enemy.
These ruins could hide a large army. We might even now be under the gaze of unfriendly eyes.
I thank you, friends. Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
No need to thank us. We're always happy to kill goblins. But who are you?
I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Farin, a dwarf of Erebor, and King Dane is my lord. My friends here are Andriel and Eridan.
Then I am indebted to you, Farin of Erebor, and to your friends.
What brought you to Fornost, Balaram?
I often range far across the lands of the north, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
Have you seen any sign of the one who leads this rabble?
I saw a tall man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is, I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
That must be Agandar.
You know this man?
He serves the Dark Lord. We have a grudge to settle with him.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could gain the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy these machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
The machines are certain to be heavily guarded. We could be walking into a trap.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
Good. Let's get after them.
We've reached the top of the wall. Now to find and destroy the war machines.
The wall is clear. Well done. I am free to fly unhindered. But there are others fighting in the city. They may need our help.
Could it be Elrond's sons?
I cannot say, but they move with stealth, and they leave a trail of slain enemies in their wake.
That sounds like Eladan and Elro here on both accounts.
They are likely heading for the Citadel, just as we are.
Then let's push on. Maybe we'll meet up with them.
I will shadow your movements from above. In open ground, I can strike against our foes. Call on me when the need is great.
Someone's coming.
Besting a troll in combat. That is no small feat, friends. It would appear that we are on the same side. Perhaps we could be of assistance to each other. Allow us to offer a hand. Andriel, is that you?
Well met, my friends. We were told we might find you here. I am truly glad to see you. Allow me to introduce my companions, Eridan of the Dunedain and Farin of Erebor. I present to you Eladan and Elrohir, the sons of Elrond Half-Elven.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such skilled and courageous warriors. Was it the three of you then who freed the Great Eagle?
Aye, Balaram is his name.
That was well done. But what brings you to Fornost?
We're here at the request of Aragorn.
But why would Aragorn send you to Fornost? Has he learned of the goblin force gathered here?
This is far more than a simple gathering of goblins. We were with the guard at Sarn Ford when we were attacked by Black Riders out of Mordor.
That is grim news. But it does not explain why Aragorn would send you here.
The Black Riders are in league with a man called Agandaur. He's in command of this force.
I begin to understand. Aragorn wishes you to distract Agandaur.
Yes, that is our mission.
But now that we have joined forces, we can do more than distract him. Let us cut the head from this serpent of Sauron.
A fine idea, but how will we find him?
He is certain to be in the Citadel at the heart of the city. We must attempt to make our way there. No easy task amid these crumbling ruins, and a host of orcs and goblins will seek to bar our way. If we are separated, press on toward the Citadel. There we will regroup for our final attack.
All right, let's go.
Agandaur must be within. Then that is where we must go. The way is barred by a powerful magic ward.
Can you break the spell?
Perhaps, but it will take time and concentration.
You'd best get started. We will guard you while you work.
There. The ward has been removed. Come quickly! The doors are open!
Here we must separate for a time, my friends, for I cannot follow you within those narrow halls.
Will you depart for your home, Balaram?
No, lady. It would be faithless of me to say farewell while friends' lives yet hang in the balance. I will await your return. It may be that I can prevent reinforcements from following you into the tower.
We'd best hurry. The elves are getting ahead of us.
May fortune favor you all.
Tharthog, what is happening out there?
Invaders.
How many?
Not many, but they freed the eagle.
Fools. Now our presence here will be revealed. Is this the best your rabble can do?
They
must be great warriors. Bloody-handed elves, or some of those filthy tarts.
I don't care. Find them and kill them. Call out your guards. Don't let them escape.
Call my guard and be quick about it! Kill the intruders!
Hold on, we'll help you!
No, we must not allow Agandaur time to escape. Go on, we'll deal with his guards.
You should have fled Middle-earth with the rest of your cowardly kid, while you still had the chance.
We flee from nothing, least of all you, lackey of Sauron.
Fools! I am the right hand of Sauron. I will see your precious Rivendell burning, and your mongrel father hauled before me in chains.
You will do nothing. Your plots end here.
My work is only just beginning. Do you think you two alone can hope to stop me?
They are not alone.
Don't look for your guards. They won't be coming.
Fornost means nothing. You haven't won anything here.
He's escaping!
I cannot hope to follow him now.
But I can! Sorcery of Sauron! This is no natural storm!
I can no longer see him.
It is no use. He has escaped us for now.
Yes, but you cannot be blamed. It was bold of you to go after him alone. Indeed, though perhaps it was not the wisest course.
If only we could have finished that snake here and now. I have a feeling he won't stay quiet for long. But what now? Where do we go from here?
For my part, I would gladly join in the hunt for Agandaur. Yet, I have my duty to consider. I must return home to inform Lord Gwaihir of all I have learned here.
Your duty to your people must come first. Good luck to you, Belleron.
Yes, farewell wherever you fare. Till your Eyrie receives you at your journey's end.
My thanks! Commend me to Elrond, your father, and farewell.
As for us, I believe we also have a duty to inform our allies of all we have learned.
For me, that means a return to Son Ford. Halbarad, my captain, will be eager to hear our news.
Yes, we cannot say what forces still threaten the Shire. The Rangers may have need of us.
Should you find Halbarad has no pressing need of your services, I would urge you to make your way to Imladris. We may have need of your strength and resourcefulness before long.
We'll keep that in mind. Farewell for now.
I have received word through the Sons of Elrond and the Wandering Companies telling of your valor at Fornost. You are to be commended for your skill and daring.
I think we managed to keep the enemy brushed back a bit. But how have things been here since we left to find Aragorn?
All has been quiet. There was an alarm sounded at Buckland shortly after we parted company, but it seems to have amounted to nothing.
We return to offer you what help we may. How can we best be of service?
Truthfully, I would be happy for the extra hands. But it is clear to me that you three have a greater destiny. You may be needed more urgently elsewhere.
Then what would you have us do?
I advise you to make your way to Rivendell. Aragorn will be eager to hear news of Agendour, and he may have other tasks for you to perform. For now, the enemy seems to have turned away from the Shire.
Elrond's sons suggested much the same thing. All right then, I guess we're bound for Rivendell.
Perhaps there is something you can do for me on your way.
You have but to name it.
I sent 2 of my rangers, Kalarin and Luin, on patrol along the Brandywine River. They should have returned long before now. I am growing concerned for them.
They are both seasoned rangers who have served many years in this region. We can be certain they have not simply lost their way.
From which direction would you expect them to come?
They were to follow the Brandywine north as far as the Great East Road, and from there to make their way back by passing through the Barrow Downs.
The Downs are just north of our position here.
Then we'll make our way north by way of the Barrow Downs.
Perhaps we will discover some trace of them as we travel.
You have my thanks. Eredan has great skill as a tracker. If Luin and Kalarin made it as far as the Downs, he will likely pick up their trail. Farewell and safe travels to you all.
I think he's alive. Come on then, Luin. Time to awaken. Wake up!
No strength can prevail against this sickness. What good are swords in the face of this plague? What in the name of... Eredan?
Yes, it's me, my friend.
I have been dreaming.
How did you end up in this darksome hall?
I recall we were making good speed through the Downs, eager to return to our friends. But a fog began to rise and it became hard to find our way. We began to hear voices calling to us, as if from far off, past underground. And then, the dead were all around us. We fought them, but then I felt the presence of something else, something stronger, more evil. I saw a shadowy figure seize hold of Kalarin and he fell senseless. Then it came for me. That is all I remember. But if I was brought living into this tomb, then the same would be true for Kalarin. We need to find him.
That's what we intend to do. Are you strong enough to join us?
Yes. I think I can keep up with you.
Let us press on at once.
It's Kalarin! I'm sorry about what happened to your comrade, Luin. Are you going to be all right?
First Black Riders, now Barrow-wights. This is more than men should have to contend with. But where there is life, there is hope. Thanks for your concern, but I will be all right. I owe it to those who have fallen to go on as best I may.
You've been through a lot. Maybe you should come with us to Rivendell. Or we can take you to Bree. It's not far away.
No, I feel my strength returning. I'll soon be myself again. And then I will bear Kalarin's body away from these tainted tombs. He should be buried with the rest of his brothers who fell at Sarn Ford.
That's a noble mission. I hope he can rest in peace now. Farewell.
Master Elrond, allow me to present to you Farin of Erebor, a very valiant dwarf.
Indeed. It is an honor to welcome one so brave to my home, and your companions as well.
I am grateful for what you did at Fornost. If Agendaur's forces had joined in the hunt, there is little chance that I and my charges would have made it here to safety.
Happy to have been of service. And I'm glad to see you made it here in one piece. But I still have no idea why your mission was so urgent.
I think it is time we told our newfound friends what they have gotten themselves into.
Glad to hear that. I'd like to know why the enemy is so eager to get his hands on a poor little hobbit.
You have more than earned such an explanation. Tell me, what do you know of Isildur's Bane?
Isildur's Bane? Isn't that another name for the Ring of Power?
Quite right. The Ring of Power. The One Ring. The ruling ring. After lying lost and nearly forgotten for centuries, Sauron's ring has once again been found.
Do you mean to say the hobbit Aragorn rescued has come into possession of the Dark Lord's ring?
It's a mighty good thing we managed to get it here safely. What will become of it?
There is no safe resting place for the ring, not even here in Imladris. It is a danger to all who come near to it. There is only one course left to us. The ring must be destroyed.
To do so, the ring will need to be cast into the same fires from which it was forged. Those of Mount Doom, in the land of Mordor. The hobbit, Frodo Baggins, has agreed to take it there.
It cannot be that you will send a halfling alone and unaided into Mordor.
No, certainly not. A fellowship will be formed. A fellowship of 9. 9 walkers set against Sauron's 9 Black Riders. Among this fellowship will be representatives of all the free peoples of the world. Elves, dwarves, and men. Aragorn and I will both be going.
What about us? Is there nothing we can do to help?
The Nazgul and Agandaur are dire threats. We must learn all we can of their movements before the Fellowship is to depart. Scouts will be sent out in every direction to scour the lands around Rivendell. Your aid in this would be of great service to our cause.
Very well. Where should we start?
Agandaur is our chief concern. Although the Nazgul are powerful foes, their mission here in the north is abundantly clear. We can only guess what Agandaur may be planning, or where he went after he escaped from you.
I suspect he may be planning to move against us here. Sauron's hatred of the elves is very great, and he does not forget the hand we played in his defeat during the War of the Last Alliance.
If it is strength he wants, he may well find it among the Etenmoors.
You know that region better than I. What can you tell me of the Etenmoors?
The Etenmoors are a spur of the Misty Mountains, lying almost directly north of Rivendell. It is a wild region of very rugged terrain, home to many trolls and giants.
I myself was in the Etenmoors but days ago. I saw no sign of Agandaur's presence, but neither did I encounter trolls. That fact alone is troubling. It could be that they are gathering in force, somewhere among the moors.
If that's so, we don't want them taking us by surprise. We'll make our way to the Etenmoors and see what we can find out.
From what I have heard of you, from Aragorn and Elrond's sons, I expected no less. Still, you have had a long road and hard fighting to get this far. Take what time you need to rest and recover before you set out. The Etenmoors are a dangerous place for the unprepared.
The hospitality of my house is yours, for as long as you wish.
Greetings, my friends. I could scarce believe what I saw from above. But elf, dwarf, and man battling the enemy together, such things are not often seen. I knew it had to be you.
Balaram, it is good to see you. I never thought we would meet again so soon.
Nor did I. It does seem a strange coincidence, but a happy one, nonetheless.
What brings you here to the Etenmoors?
I serve as a scout for my people. We are at war with the stone giant Bargrassar, who has attacked us without cause.
A stone giant? I've heard of them, but I rather hope the stories were just that. Stories.
Giants are real enough. From what I have been told, they dwell only in the highest mountain vales and keep mostly to themselves. I've never heard they were hostile to our kind.
They seldom are. Eagles and the stone giants have shared the mountain heights without conflict for many generations. But this giant, Baghrasar, is different. Without provocation, he ambushed some of our people, taking them unaware and striking them down with hurled boulders. Many of our Eres he also destroyed, along with the defenseless fledglings who nested there. Gwaihir summoned his strength to punish the giant, but he fled before us. We believe he has come here to the Etten Moors, where he is gathering an army of orcs and trolls. Baghrasar is a threat to all. The sooner he is destroyed, the safer we shall be.
An enemy of yours is an enemy of ours. We'll join with you in the hunt for this giant.
Your aid would be most welcome. Together we may be able to best him. Every hour he lives, his following grows greater. Let us press on!
Ambush!
It is finished! My people are avenged.
And behold, here come your kin.
My lord.
It would appear that you have done our work for us, Belaram.
Not I, Lord Gwaihir. Your thanks belong to these three. Andriel, Farin, and Aradan. It is they who rid us of Baghrasar.
The same three that saved you at Fornost.
Indeed. A remarkable chance that we should meet again.
If chance it was. Your fates seem strangely intertwined. But be that as it may, we are doubly grateful to you. First for saving the life of Belaram, and now for slaying the giant.
We're glad your fallen kin have been avenged. That giant was a threat to all free folk. It's only right that we stood together to destroy him.
Well spoken. But I wonder what purpose you had for coming to the Etten Moors. This is no place for idle wandering.
Elrond Half-Elfen sent us. He had a feeling the enemy might be gathering here.
He also thought we might find a servant of the enemy here, a man called Agandaur.
Belaram has told us of that one, but I fear you have come too late. We have searched the Etten Moors thoroughly in our hunt for Baghrasar, yet we have seen no sign of this servant of the Dark Lord. If he was here, we can be reasonably certain he is here no longer. My people will work to disperse the enemy forces that remain in the moors. We will be on guard against the return of Agandaur.
Then we should return to Elrond at Rivendell. He will be anxious for news, and we have already been long away.
I will arrange for a messenger.
My lord, I owe my life to these three. And I too believe Agandaur to be a grave threat to the free peoples of the north. Eagles no less so than any other. If you would grant me leave, I wish to accompany them and aid them in their quest.
You ask a great deal, Belaram. I may have need for all my followers soon. Yet I perceive a great destiny awaits these three, and it seems you are now part of it. Very well. I will grant you permission to join with them for as long as you see fit.
Unless Belaram plans to carry his friends like sheep in his talons, he will need help. If it pleases you, my lord, I will gladly accompany them as well.
I too have a stake in this quest. Let me be the third.
So be it. 3 who cleave the air to match 3 who walk the earth. May fortune favor you all. Arminel, Barenthor, you shall be at Belaram's command. Obey his word until such time as you return to us. Now I must depart. Many forces are at work across Middle-earth, and many events take shape. I must consider what part the Eagles will play in them.
You've been a great help, as the Eagles so often are. Thanks, and farewell.
You return at last. We grew concerned for you. I fear you have missed your chance to say farewell to the members of the Fellowship, for they have departed. Clearly you found danger in the Etenmoors, yet you have returned safely, and in the company of 3 of the Great Eagles, no less. There is a story behind this, and I am eager to hear it.
We found trolls and orcs preparing for war, just as we had feared. And they were led by a renegade stone giant.
He made war on the Great Eagles.
But with the help of the eagle Belaram, we were able to slay him.
That was well done, but this is troubling. Why would a stone giant act in this manner? They have never been hostile to free folk before.
We took these tokens from some of our fallen foes.
Some of them bear the Black Raven emblem of Agandaur.
Then we can be certain he is behind the giant's descent into evil. But there are also other tokens here I recognize. These are the marks of the orcs of Mount Gundabad, far to the north.
Maybe Agandaur is hiding out there, at Gundabad.
It may well be. From Mount Gundabad, the orcs have many tunnels and secret pathways connecting the hidden mines and orc holes of the Misty Mountains. The orcs can move along those routes in great numbers without being seen. If Agandaur is raising an army to fight for his master in the north, it is certain he will have traveled to Gundabad. The evidence you have uncovered confirms this to be so, yet we have no way of knowing if he is there still.
Perhaps not, but we must know one way or another. We cannot sit idle waiting for him to begin the war on his terms.
To walk into such an orc-infested pit as Mount Gundabad would seem like folly, but you have proven your skill and daring many times over. And too, you have the Eagles to aid you. It may be that you will find a way to take the enemy by surprise. It is certain that, were you to destroy Agandaur, you would cut the heart from Sauron's plan to make war in the north.
Then let's get cutting! We're off to Mount Gundabad.
Your courage is commendable, but be certain you are well prepared. Mount Gundabad will not be forgiving of the unwary. Farewell, and may the stars shine upon your path.
I hope we reach our destination soon, or this weather may prove more deadly than the orcs!
Take heart. We are nearly there, and this snowfall will hide us from the eyes of the enemy below.
Balaram, look! Above the mountain!
Set us down! We can attempt to find a way into the mountain under cover of this storm!
There is little chance of that, with those creatures keeping watch from above. Once we land you, my comrades and I will draw off the beasts.
The north.
The threat is even greater than we feared.
We've got no army to match it. That's so.
Ahead, another orc warband.
What are they doing? Studying the ground?
There must be something wrong.
Look, there's a door.
Someone was here before us. There was a fight here very recently.
The bodies. They're dwarves.
This one lives still.
Well then, Come on, you scum. Finish it. You're not orcs.
Why are you here? What were you trying to do?
We seek a weapon. We must find it, use it, stop the orcs.
A weapon? What kind of weapon? Where can we find it?
Dwarf weapon. In the stone. Nordri has the key. Find them. Help them. Please. Save Nordenbach.
Where are your friends?
Went on. Can't say where. Now. Find them. They need help.
Nordenbach? Where's that?
He will speak no more. He is dead.
But there may be more like him within this fortress.
Aye, and they're looking for some sort of weapon. Come on, let's see if we can find them.
This is it! Quick, lad! Up you go!
Nordri! Nordri. There are too many orcs. We'll never hold them long enough.
Maybe not, but we can try.
Well then, come on, you filth!
Baruch Kazar!
Katana Menu! I don't know what brings you to a place like this, but I'm mighty glad to see you all the same.
We might say exactly the same. What are you doing here?
We've come to activate an ancient weapon.
With luck, it'll kill a lot of orcs.
What sort of weapon?
You'll see.
Once activated, it'll take some time to do its work.
Aye, and it's sure to bring a lot more orcs down on us, too.
No time for dilly-dallying. Go ahead and use it.
We'll hold off the orcs.
A horn call? Are you mad? You're calling them here!
I did warn you about that.
The whole mountain is coming down!
Aye, a good deal of it anyway. Just as we hoped.
You knew this was going to happen?
It's what we came here for.
We had to strike this blow if our people are to survive. I'm heartily sorry for getting all of you killed as well.
I don't think we need to worry about death just yet. Look!
Durin's beard!
Well, this is a day I'll not soon forget. I've seen a few things in my time, but I've not flown on an eagle's back till today. Well, now that it's a bit easier to talk, let me thank you properly for saving our lives and bid you welcome to Nordenbad, our home. Nordri's father, the Lord Gorin, will want to speak with you. Nordri's gone ahead to report on the Gundabad raid and to tell him about everything you did for us.
I'm pleased to make the acquaintance of a fellow dwarf. But between the fighting and traveling and all, I don't think we got your name.
Oh, confound me for an old fool. Bruni, son of Bane, at your service and your families. I'm captain of the Nordenbad Guard and a servant of Lord Gorin.
We'll be happy to speak with your Lord Gorin.
Just make your way past the door as you see yonder and you'll find him within. The guards have been instructed to let you pass.
I suspect I'm the first man to see the inside of these halls.
Here, sire, are those I spoke of. Allow me to present a kinsman, Farron of Erebor, and also Andriel and Eridan, his companions. We succeeded in our task, and I live to tell of it, thanks only to their aid.
You are most welcome here, kinsman, and no less so your companions, be they man, elf, or eagle. Welcome all to Nordenbad, last hall of the Longbeards in the Grey Mountains. You have returned to me, my son and my oldest friend, whom already I mourned as lost. For this, you will forever have my gratitude and the hospitality of these halls. Know that this is not something lightly given, for never before have we allowed any but our own folk to pass these gates, and no eyes have gazed upon the hidden lake of Azanzaram, save those of our close kindred. Yet for what you have done, I will gladly lay aside our ancient oath of secrecy.
Only too happy to help a kinsman, and to have finished off so many orcs as well.
May I ask how it was you happened to be in so unlikely a place as Mount Gundabad? One does not go lightly into so foul a pit.
We were seeking a servant of Mordor, a man called Agandaur.
Agandaur? We are familiar with that one. Curse his Blackheart.
He appeared before our gates some weeks past, and called us to parley, in the name of Sauron the Great, so he said.
What did the snake have to say?
He demanded that we yield ourselves up to the mercy of Sauron, as if there was any mercy in the Dark Lord.
He lays claim to Nordenbad, telling us if we turn over our halls and riches without a fight, our lives will be spared, and we will be free to seek a new home elsewhere.
Of course, we would have nothing of that. When we defied him, he grew wrathful, threatening us with the fiery doom that overtook our ancestors.
I doubt Agandaur is one to appreciate the beauty of Nordenbad. What's he after, do you think? Gold and jewels?
Nay. Nordenbad provides for our needs, but never have we considered it rich, save in beauty.
I fear he may have allied himself with the dragon Orgast, who dwells in these parts. With such a beast at his command, we would have little hope of resisting him.
Maybe we should go after this dragon before he comes after us.
Well, destroy Orgast? If only it were that simple. The attack on Gundabad would be a peaceful stroll around the lake in comparison. Nay, if it were so easy to slay dragons, there would be many more dwarves still dwelling in these mountains.
Urgost has never taken notice of us before. We rather hoped it would stay that way.
I have heard it said it does not pay to leave a live dragon out of your calculations if you live near one.
And we cannot allow Agandaur to gain such a powerful ally.
Aye, better go after it before it comes after us. Where can we find Urgost?
You do not lack for courage, I will grant you. Yet we know not where the dragon dwells. No dwarf has discovered his lair and lived to tell of it.
Perhaps Radagast knows this secret, or can discover it. Seems there is little that happens in Wilderland that escapes his notice.
And who is Radagast?
Radagast the Brown. He is a wizard, a master of birds and beasts. He keeps to himself mostly, but he's a decent enough sort. As long as you mean no harm to the wild creatures he befriends.
He dwells within the forest of Mirkwood, away to the south. Perhaps your companion Belaram would know where to find him,
Word is said that Radagast is a friend to the Lord of Eagles himself.
Then we should travel to Mirkwood. I am certain we will learn something of value speaking with Radagast.
Indeed. But before you set out, please accept a token of our gratitude. Seek out my steward Galahar. I have instructed him to open our vaults to you. I believe you may find something within that will be of service in the days ahead.
Seeking the wizard. No one can help him now. And no one can help you.
Well done, my friends. That one will spread his veil of lies no more. Yet I fear this was no chance meeting. If Wulfrun was here, it could mean trouble for Radagast. You should press on and find him.
How far are we from the wizard's dwelling?
It is difficult to say for certain. Even the eyes of an eagle cannot pierce the interwoven boughs of Mirkwood, and clearings are few in this wood.
We'll continue the search on foot. Should we look for you here once we've found him?
No, I must find my companions. They are probably worried about me. Together, we will keep watch from above. Radagast has many friends among the birds of Mirkwood. If you find him, he can send a message to us easily enough.
Very well. Good luck, Belleroam.
Look, there!
Warg!
Must be Radagast's home. It looks peaceful enough.
Then what did the sorcerer mean when he said we were too late?
Perhaps he was only trying to discourage us. The trail leads down there. I'm sure of it.
The wizard!
The wizard? No, no, my dears. That is food. He says the wizard must die. Take him and devour him, he commands. And so I shall. But not yet. Not yet. Let him hang a bit first. Let him await my pleasure. But the wizard alone is barely a meal for one such as myself. Now Four is a feast.
Carefully. Let him down slowly now.
He yet lives.
Aye, and he's coming around.
Radagast, are you well?
Oh, what a thoroughly unpleasant experience. I shall have more pity for flies in the future.
How did you end up in this fix?
Senathra snatched me. Took me unawares, I'm afraid. I really didn't expect to encounter anything of her sort in this corner of the wood. No, not at all. You see, I came here to get away from trouble. Darkness is spreading across Mirkwood. A darker than usual darkness, I mean. And it's coming from Dol Guldur in the south. Rosgobel, my usual home, lies a little too close to Dol Guldur for comfort. So I came here. I have several such retreats. You can never be too prepared living in Mirkwood and all. But do I know you?
No, Radagast, but you do know me.
Ah, young Bellerum. It's a pleasure to see you. So you are a part of this little party too? It's quite a mixed bag, really. I don't see elves, dwarves, and men rubbing elbows often, especially not in Mirkwood. Now add an eagle as well. This is turning out to be a rather extraordinary day, really, all things considered.
I am just glad we came in time. My friends and I have a mission, and we came seeking your aid.
We seek the dragon Urgost, who dwells in the Grey Mountains.
But we have no time for a lengthy search.
We were told you might be able to help us find him.
You wish to find a dragon? Oh dear, is that really wise?
Probably not, but we still need to find him. Do you know where he can be found?
Well, he's a dragon, so I would say the Grey Mountains.
Yes, this much we already knew. But do you know where in the Grey Mountains?
I haven't the foggiest notion, really.
It seems we were misinformed.
Ah, now, not so fast. I may not know where Urgost dwells, but I just might be able to find out. But I would need my staff for that, and I see...
You're in luck. We found your staff.
I knew you would have need of it once we found you.
Ah, excellent. Aren't you the clever one? Crafty as a fox in your own fashion, too, I can tell. I'm grateful to you. Well then, let's see what we can find out, shall we? My friends might know a thing or two. Do you have news for me, little one? Ah. I see, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Very brave of you. Well done, my friend. And there you have it.
Perhaps you could explain further for those of us who do not speak the language of swallows.
Oh, you don't? Quite a pity, really. They're rather pleasant little fellows. Always something nice to say.
Well, what did this one have to say?
Quite a bit, actually. Here, let me show you.
Have you considered my offer?
bargain with what you do not possess, man of the South.
I will have your price soon enough. Think carefully before you spurn this offer, dragon. As mighty as you are, you would do well not to offend my master.
I did not say I refused. Only that you must first achieve my reward before you can give it.
Ah, formality. I go now to take your price, but I will leave men behind to await your answer. Consider well, but not too long.
My time and my thoughts are my own to spend.
For now.
We are very close to the dragon's lair. We must now go cautiously. If Orgulst was to catch us airborne, he might lay us low with a single blast of dragon fire. It is best you proceed on foot, while we shadow you from above.
Do you think the dragon will be on the lookout for us?
I hope it is not so. But the keen senses of dragons are legendary. I fear he will see, hear, or smell us long before we can come to grips with him. Still, if Agendar's minions are hereabouts, it may be that their presence will mask our own.
No point in delaying any longer. Let's get going.
He would have his answer in my own good time. You are not what I expected. The unmistakable smell of dwarf. I know it all too well. Perhaps you wish to tell me why you are here.
Terribly sorry to have disturbed you, Mighty One. We're just simple travelers, that's all. Just passing through.
Do you think me a fool? No one travels in the Grey Mountains without good cause. Do not waste my time with pointless lies.
We are hunting a servant of the Dark Lord. A man called Agendaur.
Are you indeed? Maybe we can make a deal.
A deal? What sort of deal?
Agendaur wishes me to join him in his conquest of the North. As a reward, he offers the realm of Nordenbard and all the wealth found there.
Ha! We already know about that, dragon. Why do you think we are here?
So, in spite of your brashness and bravado, I see you are not without a measure of resourcefulness. I do not know how you could have learned of Agendaur's offer, but it does not matter. Since you are so knowledgeable, perhaps you are also aware that I have no interest in Nordenbard. What is that dwarf-infested bit to one such as I? No, I have my eyes set on a far greater prize. I want the ancient fortress of the Witch King himself, Khan-Dûm.
That accursed pit? Take it then. What's stopping you?
Agendaur. He has taken control of Khan-Dûm. From there, he plans his conquest of the North.
If you're so mighty, why don't you just take Khan-Dûm from Agendaur? Maybe you're afraid of him, huh?
Do not try my patience, dwarf. I fear no man. But Agandaur is a servant of Sauron, and I have no wish to make an enemy of the Dark Lord. You, on the other hand, have already done so. If you would see me remain neutral in this war, destroy Agandaur and turn over Khan Dûm to me.
I can't believe what I'm about to say, but... All right, Dragon, you've got a deal. Stay out of this war, and Khan Dûm will be yours.
A wise choice. See that you don't disappoint me. And if you are truly concerned with the fate of Nordenbad, you might wish to return. Agandaur is moving against it even as we speak.
They will need our aid. We must hurry.
Oh yes, by all means, hurry.
I wonder indeed what transpired within that cave. But if our friends are in danger, then questions must wait. I will call Armanel and Baranthor, and we will depart at once.
They're massing for another attack. I don't think we can hold off another one.
No, nor do I.
Did you hear that, Bruce? Have I gone mad, or... No, look! It's them, by thunder! Our eagle riding thing! They've come back! Do you see, Bruni? They... Mighty glad I am deceived, but it may already be too late. I've only a handful left who can still fight.
Then fall back to the upper chambers.
Give us what support you can from there.
And we will see what we can do against their siege machines.
But your place is with your people, Nordri. Go!
Not to you all. Fall back! Back to the upper galleries! Fall back!
Here they come!
Balaram! They send trolls against the gate!
Come! We will drive them back! Baranthor, to the gate!
Beware! Beware!
Adriel, Varl, the gate!
Balaram!
Tell me he's not gone.
No, he lives. But he is sorely hurt.
Can he be saved?
I believe so, but his wounds are severe. He will need time and constant care if he is to recover.
He'll have that. The best that we can give, I promise you. I'll take charge here. Go to my father and tell him what's happened. He'll send dwarves to help with Balaram.
Morin yet lives? That's some good news, at least.
He was wounded in the fighting, but he's still on his feet. Hurry inside now and speak to him.
Once again, we of Nordenbad are in your debt. Without your aid, we would not have held them. The enemy is defeated. But at very great cost.
Our friend Balaram is badly hurt. We've got to help him.
I have already ordered my people to bear him into the hall. He will have the best care we can give, for it is certain we owe him our lives. But what of Urgast? You set out to deal with the dragon. Did you find him?
Yes, but Agandaur found him first. He promised Urgast Nordenbad.
But we offered him Agandaur's stronghold, the fortress of Kharndoon.
Kharndoon? The ancient fortress of the Witch King of Angmar? Yes. We should have known Agandaur would reoccupy that accursed place. If Urgast desires that black pit, he is welcome to it. But Agandaur will need to be dealt with first.
Aye, and that's why we must go to Kharndoon.
Such a trek will be long and difficult. And the loss of the Eagles means you will need to go on foot.
Well, so be it. Payment is long overdue. Agandaur must die.
I can spare no warriors to send with you. The strength of Nordenbad is all but spent. Yet it would please me if you would take these. They are heirlooms of my house. The greatest works of my people passed down through long generations. Parting with them would be hard, but your fight is our fight, and so I give them freely. Choose what you will, and may it help avenge the fallen.
Balaram, can you hear me, my friend?
Farin, I am within walls of stone, and hear no sounds of battle. Then Nordenbad was saved.
Yes, Nordenbad endures. The enemy has retreated.
How long have I been here like this?
Not long. Rest easy now. You must save your strength.
Where are Berenthor and Armenel?
I wish I could tell you otherwise, but they fell in battle. Both were as valiant as any warrior could be. They died heroes, and we'll never forget their sacrifice.
Your words are kind, and I thank you for them. But my friends are dead nonetheless. What is more, they died under my command. It is a heavy burden to bear. But what of Agandaur? Was he too slain in battle, or does he yet live?
Agandaur did not lead the assault. He must still be at Kharndoon.
Then we must seek for him there. Armenel and Berenthor must be avenged.
You are going to do nothing but rest. Your wounds need time to heal. We don't want to lose you, too.
No, I would be there at the end. I must avenge my kin.
Leave that to us, Balaram. I lost kin here, too, and I don't intend to let Agandaur get away with it.
Yes. It is clear I cannot accompany you now, and if you delay, others may die. I will not be responsible for that. Go, with my blessing upon you, friends.
You'll be well cared for here. Just be sure you rest, and don't fret too much about us. We'll be fine. Farewell, Balaram.
Here, take my hand.
You needn't be doing me any favors. The mountain I can't climb hasn't been built. Well, we won't be going back that way, I'm thinking.
But you were correct, Eridan. There are no guards watching this route.
Small wonder.
We cannot count on it remaining unwatched for long. Come, let us find a way into this fortress.
Agendar's beast. You will not escape us that way again.
Ah, but the fight was touch and go with you injured as you are. If you're strong enough, you should retreat at once.
I will regain my strength soon enough. But I have no intention of retreating. I wish to be part of the final stroke against Agendar. The blood of my kin. And the bonds of friendship demand this of me.
You daft bird! And they say dwarves are stubborn. Look, Belleron, you can't fight when you're barely strong enough to fly. Go on now. Get out of here while you still can.
It is not my way to abandon friends in the face of danger. And much less so, great-hearted friends.
Well, since there is no persuading you, at least promise you'll hold back unless we really need you. There's no point in your dying needlessly.
It shall be as you say. Now let us go on. The enemy will be upon us if we delay any further.
We must be close. Stay together.
Can it be? The same 3 lackeys who hid behind the elves at Fornost? You? You are the ones who have followed in my wake, upsetting my plans.
Yes, and we have thwarted you at every turn.
All you have done is raise my ire. Because of your insolence, my conquest of the North shall be all the more cruel.
Such threats only strengthen our resolve, monster.
Come down and face us, Agendar. You have much to answer
Witless fools. I learned at the hand of the Dark Lord himself. I am Sauron's greatest weapon in the North. You rush only to your death. Master, I need your strength. No.
It would seem I made the right choice. Sauron is no more.
What? How could you know that?
It is true. I can feel it. Like a great weight has been lifted from my heart.
I feel it too. He's done it. Frodo's really done it. The ring has been destroyed.
Be that as it may, you must still honor your oath to me. Khorne Dûm is mine.
We are true to our word, Dragon. You are welcome to it.
Just see you mind your manners, old worm. And we'll have no quarrel.
It is a long way home from here, for each of us.
Let us make for Imladris. You will find no better place to rest and recover.
You have but to say the word, and we will press on.
What say you, Farin? Should we go to Rivendell?
A little rest sounds good.